Good evening, everyone. Are you able to hear me? Can I get some answers? Uh, we have Shubhajit Chatterjee. A lot of people are telling yes, yes. Okay. Good evening, Nandini, Vivekananda, Rohit, Jyotika, Santosh, Ruchi, Ibrahim. It's like running very fast. Deepika, Pujita, Darshan, Pranita, John, Pratik, Sachin. Very good evening to all of you. Hope you're all doing good. Okay. Thank you, Gopal. Thanks for the confirmation. So very warm welcome to all of you for the internship kickoff meeting. So we are formally kicking off our cohort 4. We started this initiative somewhere around last September. This is the fourth batch, or the fourth cohort, which is going live from today. So today would be the first kickoff meeting where myself and my colleague Mubin will be hosting this session to share more details about the internship and and then clarify all your questions and also that we can take off with our learning and project building from subsequent session also onwards, right? So let us give few more minutes. It is 7:02 right now. Maybe we'll give another 2 to 3 minutes for more people to join in. So in the meantime, I would like to know from which place you are joining from. Can you type your hometown, city, where you are joining from? Okay, we have Nasik, Bangalore, Chennai, Kamagaon, Bhopal, Anantapur, Mysore, Bangalore, Itanagar, Warangal, Vijayawada, Bahrain, and we also have good number of students. Oh my God, it's like flooding. Okay, I'm not able to read everything. Hassan, Pune, Krishnagiri, Bangalore, Chennai, Uttar Pradesh, Guntur, then Tirunelveli. We also have good number of international students. We are very glad to inform you that about 120 plus international students. For example, we have Gordon who is listening from Nakuru, Kenya. Okay, we have people from Kenya, Egypt, Lebanon, and Pakistan, Sri Lanka, good number of international students. Yeah, they're talking about. So we have Peter says he's joining from Nairobi, same as Elvis, right? So very glad to see that our and we have overall this internship. We have students participating from 20 countries, 20 plus countries. Have been selected for this internship. We are very glad to see our internship is taking new dimensions. It is scaling new cities and new countries. We are very happy to see our international students. Of course, students from India. I don't need to discount them definitely, right? That's very heartening to see. And compared to the last internship, right, I would say the overall awareness of this internship program has increased significantly, thanks to our past intern students who realized the value and then went and told to their classmates, their juniors about the learning opportunity that they had. And also our team also reached out to many of your TPOs, trying to reach out to the colleges via the TPOs. Good number of you came through that particular channel also, because in India, as I already keep telling, right, whenever we tell somebody something is given for free, there's always a string attached to it, right? So there are a lot of apprehensions in the initial days, but I think as we progress more in terms of batches, it's very glad to see the what do you call, the responses from the student community across India, across many countries in the world. And just to give a statistics, we have had roughly about 10,000 students have applied for this internship. Okay, I think in that we have selected about 1,500 from India, about 120 from abroad. 1,620 is what we have, because many students say that they had their semester exam going on, they cannot attend regularly. So we wanted to give opportunity to as many people as possible. So which means to say that indirectly that out of the 10 applicants who have applied, we have only selected one student, right? Of course, for international students, we waived off the written test because we want to give them an opportunity for them. So there was a change that Sumar applied, we taken. But in Indian students, out of 10,000 applications, we only selected about 1,500. It's like 10 is to 1 kind of a selection. So first of all, I want to thank all of you for taking the written test, and also congratulate you for getting selected for this internship. It's not easy. Last time we had, if you look at the number of applicants versus number of selections, the competition only has got stiffer, right? It's not been easy. So that way, I really appreciate and really congratulate. You have not made it just like that, right? You've gone through a stiff competition, because we also have a limitation, right? We can't keep increasing the numbers because our quality will suffer. So thank you very much, and congratulations to all of you for making into this internship. Okay, so that's a note that I wanted to start with. With that note, shall we get started, folks? Shall we start the session? Okay. Okay, great. I think all are excited, and all are saying yes. So we'll go ahead and start the session, right? So some of you might have attended the pre-internship session. So in case you attended the pre-internship, few slides may be repetitive. Okay, so do not bother about that. But the depth that we'll cover, we'll be sharing more details, because pre-internship talk is just to give an exposure. Just to give the fact that who we are and what we have been doing, and share some experiences from the past interns and stuff like that, just to give a teaser, what do you feel, right? So here we'll be spending more time in going into details of internship, and also share how this is going to, not only about the overview of the internship, but also how well it is going to get executed, right? So I already see questions are coming in. We have Vidya already typing questions. Do we get recorded videos and all? We will answer Vidya. So what I'll do is I'll cover a few slides, and I'll stop by, take questions like that. We'll keep doing that. And I guess Moveen should have joined in the call. Let me check. Uh, Moveen, are you in the call?
Good evening, Jay. I'm there. Yeah, good evening to all.
Okay, great. Okay, great. So Mubin also will be, Mubin has got some set of slides to cover. He'll be answering you many of the technical aspects of the internship. So I request you to keep us a little bit of patience, and then we'll get into the questions as well. Okay. So with that note, let me get started with the presentation. Okay. As I mentioned, few slides might look repetitive, especially if you attended the pre-internship talk. Okay. So before I start, can we get to know how many of you attended the pre-internship talk? Only people attended. Can you just say yes, just to get a view? Okay, yeah, good number of you attended. Okay, I could see a lot of yeses. Some of you are saying no. Doesn't matter. My request to people who attended, few slides will be little similar, but no need to worry. We have much more to cover. Okay. So let us get started. So welcome to all of you. Just to give a brief about Emertxe. Emertxe is a tech company. We are based out of Bangalore, and we started in the year 2003. Technically, we are being focused on 3 technologies. One is on embedded systems, and we saw IoT, and then the third one is full stack web development. And we have been offering courses, right? We have been offering placement oriented courses, more of a 6 months courses, which we give it to 2 set of audience. One, people who finish their engineering and who are looking out for their first job, and especially if you're looking at a job in the core industry, like for example IoT, robotics, electric vehicles, telecommunication, consumer electronics, automotive, automation, right? These are all the core industries. If you're looking out for, we offer them a 6 months course and make them employable. We have about 1,000 plus companies which are recruiting our students, right? So that's what we do as a company, one. And then second thing, we also do something called upskilling, where it's not that if people get into the first job and stay stagnated. They need to keep improving their skill set. So that's where the upskilling comes into picture. So we help people to improve their skills and progress in their career further. Or as an organization, when some of the companies approaches, even today there was a request from a company where they want to train their employees and make them, make them improve their skills, because skill is something is very, very powerful. Education is very powerful. Okay, that's what we strongly believe in. and thanks to technology, we are able to scale it. That's why when I asked you the question, from which place you are joined from, right? I could see almost all the places in India, and we could see 20 plus countries where students are participating in this internship program, thanks to technology. So we're able to do technology at scale, technology education at scale, thanks to technology, right? So that's what we do. And you can see the picture there, a pot picture there. So that's the approach that we believe in, very much practical oriented, hands-on kind of a learning. And second thing is how clay takes a shape into a pot, right? So we shape people's career and give them the necessary skills and the guidance so that they start their career and do well in their career, right? So that's what we do as a company. Okay. And there are questions coming about, is the session getting recorded? Then Manisha is asking, where is the chat box? So this session is getting recorded. In fact, every session will get recorded and you will get the recorded session. So don't worry, even this session, we'll send you a recorded version from the YouTube, but later it will be as a part of the learning management system. Mubin will further talk about it in the later slides, right? So chat box, Manisha, your message is reaching me. All your messages are reaching me. Don't worry. Okay, just keep typing if you have any questions, right? So our core team, we are 3 of us as a part of Emertxe's leadership. As I told, my name is Jai Kumar. I'm one of the directors in the organization. So I drive multiple responsibilities in Emertxe. Internship is one of the key area where I work on more on the college side and the student side. And Mubin talks about more on the technology side, who is our technology head. And he leads a team of our trainers or mentors who train our interns as well as our students, right? Okay. And we have Mr. Maz, who is the founder and also the managing director of the organization, who started Emertxe in the year 2003, and he has been running it for the past 18 years, right? So we three are part of the leadership team, and as I told, we are part of we are based out of Bangalore. We're about 70 people team now. We look forward to grow about 100 people team by the end of this year, right? So that's a brief about our organization. Okay. And as I mentioned, our key focus is been on ensuring that people get a job into core companies, primarily companies based out of their Indian subcontinent. Either it could be, for example, a startup company, or it could be a mid-sized company or a MNC, right? So almost all sized companies recruit our placement oriented courses. Students who are taking up our placement oriented courses, not for interns. So please note, your internship program does not come with placements. It's just a program to make you learn and make you build a particular project and make your resume look good, right? So this does not come with any placements. So I want to set that expectation correct. Since we are talking about Emertxe, just to give a view about our recruiting companies is where this particular slide comes into picture. So as you can see, almost all the big names like Qualcomm, Robert Bosch, Harman, Mentor Graphics, Honeywell. So these type of bigger companies hire our trained students. And there are also mid-sized companies, for example, Benison Technologies, Path Partner, Mirafra, VVDN. They're all more of a few hundreds of people working in such companies, right? And the list goes on. You can see almost all the core companies listed in our portfolio. We have about 1,000 plus companies hiring our students. And last, I would say 2021, the second half, and also the 2022 has been really, really good in terms of placements, especially the core companies placements. And our students are really, really doing well. Okay. So that was just to give an idea about our placement companies, right? Okay. And as an organization, we have been working with many partners in the skill development ecosystem. So one you might have heard, it's called as Skill India. Skill India is an initiative taken by Government of India, primarily the central government, to improve the skill set of the youth of this country, right? So over the period of time, people have realized that the qualification is different from skill, right? Many people go to college, get a degree. All of you are doing that, right? And if you ask me what is that you have become good at, right? Let me make a statement. Let me see how many of you agree to that, right? If you look at your 4 years of engineering, right, more than learning things in a practical way, right, you are becoming experts about how to clear 45 to 50 subjects, right? You are becoming experts in that. There is no hands-on learning happening there. So what happens on paper, our students are looking very good. They score good marks and their academics are really good. But when I ask you to apply that particular knowledge in a particular domain, they're not able to apply. Okay, because all the education happens like, you go to the class, there's a notebook given, you kind of by heart things and go and write it in an exam, and then you get good marks, right? That applies to even, unfortunately, to the programming subjects, right? People by heart programs, C programming, just like the way they're reading an essay, right? They even by heart, include stdio.h, printf, scanf, semicolon. They by heart everything, go there, type everything, get an output. You get 9 out of 10 in your lab, you're happy, your professors are happy. But the real world does not work like that, right? It requires very much practical skills. And in college, what happens, suppose something comes out of your subject, you can very well say it is out of syllabus, right? So you cannot go and tell in a real-time company working on a project, right, this is out of syllabus. It doesn't work. So you're supposed to build the problem-solving skills, hands-on learning skills, right? That's what Skill India is all about. So where we are one of the training partners driving their mission forward by delivering the training programs which are in the areas like embedded systems and IoT. So that is one partner ecosystem we work with. Then subsequently, we have been working with many other similar organizations. For example, TCS ION is another organization which provides a lot of online courses for college students, a lot of assessment solutions, etc. Our team has created the entire IoT course content for the TCS ION portal, in case if you're aware of TCS ION. Okay. So in the similar lines, we work with different companies. For example, there is another company called Renesas, which makes embedded controllers, also reference platforms, so that people can build products based on that. So we work with companies like Renesas in, for example, conducting their hackathons, validating their ideas, and judging their all India winners, etc. Right? So we do that. And we have been working with many of the international partners as well over the years. So one of the key partnership that we have had was an university from South Korea, where people used to come to India and then study as a part of our finishing school. They used to get themselves skilled in the area of embedded systems. So these are some of the key industry partnerships and the skill ecosystem partnership that we have had over the years, right? So now let us come to the point of why this internship, right? As you all know, in India, basically, as a company, as an organization, even though we are offering the 6 months placement-oriented long-term programs, long-term courses, we have been offering internships more on a small pocket. Wherever there's some specific request comes in, we used to provide. We have been doing it over the years, right? But in India, what has happened is the AICT, the All India Council for Technical Education, has made the internship mandatory. Right? They said, students during their summer break, they take up an 1 month of time and go and do an internship with a company so that they get the practical skills. Because if you look at the previous slide, what I mentioned, majority of the time students end up by hearting the subjects. They're good in theoretical skills, but when it comes to practicality, they lack a lot. Right? So in order to address that particular issue, AICT has mandated, but unfortunately what has happened is that the internship also has become something like a diluted market, like how, for example, a final year project market has got diluted, right? So what happens is there are again two type of issues I see with respect to internship. If you look at in India, the top colleges, namely IIT, NITs, or many other similar colleges, those college students get internship very easily, and when they go and do the internship in a particular company, they get real experience and they also get paid. They also get a stipend for that. The reason being, these students have got an ecosystem where they can skill themselves during very many factors, right? But if you leave that 5% of the students apart, remaining 95% of the student, what is happening today is that they just do something in the name of internship, right? They go to a project center or they go to the local shop where they say, hey, I need an internship. They'll give you something, you buy hard something, and all they give you end of the day, end of that 4 week is one certificate. Again, similar to how you buy heart your programming, lab programming, you get the certificate, go and give it to the professor. He also gives a grade. You're happy, your professor is happy. But at the end of the day, there is no skill improvement. There's no practical skill improvement is happening. Okay, so that is where, and even some of the companies or some of the people who are offering internship, they started doing reverse. They started charging the students, for the internship that they're offering. Right. So what we saw was in India, the internship market is it has become a marketplace and it's become completely diluted. And specifically when I talk about core companies internship, at least when I talk about it as a web development or a mobile application development, or even if you take areas like cloud computing, database, or DevOps, etc., where there are reasonably good number of people who are doing some good job with respect to internships. But when it comes to core, where there is an triple E, ECE, instrumentation, electronics, and anybody, even computer science for that matter, there is very few opportunities are available to them to do the internship. And even if they do, majority of the times the internship will remain as a namesake internship, right? You are not learning anything, you're not building anything, but you are getting a certificate and going and giving it to your college, right? Do you agree with me, guys and girls in the call? Your internship has become a namesake, right? You just get a certificate, go and give. And pay, let's say, in that process, pay some 2,000 rupees, 5,000 rupees. I don't know, whatever the money that we talk about, right? Okay. So what is happening? Again, you are like, it's like, how do I say? There's a saying in English, right? You don't tell this secret to others. I will also not tell the secret to others. So it remains as a secret between the college and the students, right? And unfortunately, right? Unfortunately, we are not having much hopes on the academia. Okay, I don't know, I should not be saying this, right? Because we also talk to a lot of academicians, right? But unfortunately, the mindset what they have, the kind of challenges that they face, etc., we are not having much hopes about the way how the academia will change, right? So that's where we thought, why don't we make a difference in this particular area, right? So that's when we said, okay, we will do this internship, and we will do this internship for free. Okay, we are not going to charge any student any penny. We are not going to we are only going to focus on ensuring that we don't do anything what any other people are doing. We ensure that people really learn, and not only they learn, they learn by building a project, and by the end of the internship they have a project to showcase and write it in a very nice resume. Because even if you talk about even though it look like a very simple thing, 95% of the students, because we go through in our placement oriented course day in and day out, right? Many of the students don't even know how to write a resume, how to write a profile, right? They copy paste from their friend, or majority of the times I would say 95% of the students, 95% of the time, the 95% of the information what they mentioned in the resume is of no use to the company. I see people writing about their blood group and passport number and their license number, their gender, their academic record. No, these things are absolutely of not use to anybody who wanted to recruit. Rather, you showcase your capability in terms of skills and project, which is what going to help to the companies, right? So we thought, why don't we combine these things? We see there's a problem of internship is getting diluted. The internship is getting all the more challenging for people who are in the electrical, electronics, and embedded systems, who are wanted to get in the core industry. Third one, right? We saw that people do not do practical learning, and fourth one, they do not know how to write a good resume, right? So we thought we'll combine all these things and do an internship program. So that's what this particular program is all about, where you are going to first work on your skill building, and in that process you are going to build a project and have a working project and showcase that in a resume. So we are going to take care of all the challenges that we spoke about, right? Okay, one. Okay, so Deepika, I saw you are please telling, please answer my questions. Please hang on, there are a lot of questions. We'll come to the questions later. Please give me some time. Okay, so that's where we launched this internship, to bring a difference in the way how the internship is getting delivered, right? So that's other beauty. What has happened is, like, we went online, and as a student, you also got comfortable in learning online, whether you like it or not. Okay, let me ask you another question, right? Many of you are done your, I don't know currently what is the status, because majority of the places the physical classes have resumed. Okay, but still there are some colleges where the online classes are going on. But I'm sure at least for a few months, or even for that matter an year, you would have attended your online classes. Okay, so in the scale of 1 to 10, right, in the scale of 1 to 10, can you rate your online learning experience in your college, 1 being the least, 10 being the highest? Can you give me a rating? You can see numbers are going like that: 1, 3, 5, 3, 6. Some of them are giving 8, which seems to be pretty good. 1, 5, 4, 2, 1, 0, 6.5, 6.1, something around 5, right? 1, 7, 6, right? So if you look at if you take an average, right, majority of you will rate, 5 and below, which means to say that the way how this particular online classes were, okay, Shreyas is asking, can we go minus, right? Okay, so the reason there is also an issue because when the pandemic has hit, right, majority of the professors or teachers, they were not they have been not trained to how to deliver the courses online. Okay, they all of a sudden the world has got changed overnight or in a matter of few weeks, and suddenly all right, my network got disconnected. Am I audible now? Am I audible? Okay, cool. Okay. So there is a network issue in my, because for audio I'm using my phone, so that is clear. All right. So this is a challenge, and what has happened is like, but largely what has happened as a student, you got accepted to the online learning, right? Whether it's a forced one or you liked it or doesn't like it, right? I don't know. It was logging me out. Okay, no problem. I think it's okay now. So we thought, online, anyways, you kind of got adapted to that to some extent, right? We thought, why don't we use online? And also other important thing about this internship is going to be between 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. India time. Okay, so 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. we believe it will be after your classes. I know some of you are having exams, and we received a lot of requests about changing the date of the internship. Can we, reschedule it and all? We said it will not be feasible because we have many, because across India, if you look at, right, and we have people who are joining from other countries also. So once we fix a date, we will not be able to change it. But having said that, if you have examination, we provide you with the recorded videos. You can go through that and still follow the internship, right? In case you're not able to attend for a few days, right? That is one aspect of it, right? Second aspect, what we mentioned is, right, in terms of learning the embedded systems, right? Mubin will talk about it in terms of making our learning hands-on, how we mitigate the challenge of, what do you call, the hardware, etc. So that way we are able to make it as a complete package, right? So my request to all of you is that please make use of this opportunity, okay, and do your best. I'm sure people who attended the pre-internship, I showed quite a lot of testimonials coming in where how the students found our learning program, right? Or can I also ask, right? I'm sure when you look into people who attended our past internship, they would have given you a good feedback. Am I right, guys? Your seniors, your friends, right? You can see, right? So many people are telling, yes, right? That's probably one of the reasons why you applied for the internship, right? This is not like any other internship where you just play some video and for namesake you do this internship. No, right? They would have given you that enough and more reasons that, hey, don't miss this opportunity, right? So the same request to all of you, please do not miss this opportunity to learn. This is going to be a very good opportunity for all of you. Ensure that you, learn this very well. Okay, so that's about our a brief about our internship. Okay, So as I said, college has also been requesting us continuously to do this internship. And other important thing, as we already saw, was the interest from international students. As I told, today we have people who are from about 20 countries attending this particular program, and we are very glad to see them coming in. Okay, can I get once again people who are from international students? Can you just only international students? Can you just tell me how many of you there in the call today? We could see Biwais from Kenya. Then we have Nigeria, Martinez, and we have Pakistan, Kenya, Egypt, again Pakistan, Newcastle, UK, again US. We have Kenya, right? Many of you are from the African countries, New Jersey, right? Lebanon, right? You can see, right? Many countries people are joining in, right? So my request to even all of you, all the international students also, to make use of the this particular opportunity. Okay, so that's what it is, right? So again, I'm getting few messages. See, guys, all your chat messages reaching me. It's coming in. Only thing is, you will not be able to see each other's messages, but all your messages are reaching me. Okay, so do not worry. And there's a question from Gaurav. A lot of questions are there. Just give me some more time. We'll take questions. Okay, one by one. Let me finish some more slides and then we do that. So we required a structured, more scaled approach for internship. Okay, that's what we are doing. And as I said, what it's part of our industry academia vision. We wanted to really roll it out to as many engineering colleges as possible. Okay. And as I said, it's absolutely free. There's absolutely no charge. I'm sure all your friends would have told about it. Right. So that's a brief about internship. So from a student view, this is what we hear, so that we can address some of these queries, right? So what do the students say? They say, I want to get into core job in electronics and embedded industry. This is what your voice, right? You can see put it in a dialog box tape. This is what some of you are saying, right? And people are telling there are very less opportunity to learn embedded systems, right? Like even if you look at our website, portals, online, right, there are very less opportunity to learn, right? People can learn many technologies easily, but learning embedded systems is relatively more challenging, right? Then some of the students, we hear them saying there are so many internships available in India, countries like India, in IT, but not many in the core or the electronic side of it, right? Okay. And other parties, like as we said, if you look at some of the countries where people are joined from, countries like Kenya, countries like Lebanon, right? They have much more challenges what even we face in India, right? Okay, there have been challenges in terms of access to resources, access to information, and there is a lot of geopolitical issues that are happening around where there is a the situation is not very comfortable to live in. I will not say further. If you look out for news, right, you will know much more than that. So we thought, we want to make a difference using the online education, right, online mode of learning. So that's also one of the reasons why we are doing this internship, right? Okay, let me move on and share some more of your voice. And I want to build my skill in embedded systems because I studied everything theoretically in my college, right? And last but not least, I cannot afford to pay, right? Or even if I pay, I'm not able to judge, or I'm not able to see, is it trustworthy people, right? Will they take my money and then they will run away, or they take my money, they just give my certificate, right? I don't want to have that, right? So these are all the voices which are running in your mind, which is also one of the key reasons why we launched this internship, right? Okay. So now how it works, I will briefly talk about it, then we'll take some questions, then I'll hand it over to Mubin for a little bit more detail oriented things, right? So this particular internship is divided into basically 5 phases as you can see in the slide. The first phase is about, as I told you, this will be a project based or a project driven internship, right? Where you will be given a project. And if you look at in an industry, typically they use a methodology called SDLC, which is nothing but a software development life cycle, using which they will be implementing a real-time project, which includes requirement analysis, design, coding, testing, and release, right? So you'll be following this particular industry standard approach. So what happens is the first thing, our mentors would be giving you a project and they'll explain the requirements. That's the first step, right? Second step is, in order to implement the project, you cannot implement it directly, right? You need to obtain certain skills. So what are the skills you need? Primarily, you are going to learn two skills here in this particular internship. One is you are going to learn about C programming, okay? Because in spite of having many programming languages have come, but when it comes to embedded systems, C is the number one language for programming embedded systems. There are many reasons behind that. For example, it gives optimal machine code. You can control the hardware in a much sorry guys, I don't know why this is keep disconnecting me. Okay, so you will learn about a project requirement followed by learning the C programming, and the second thing you will be learning about something called as a microcontroller programming, right? So when it comes to microcontroller programming, that's where many of the questions are coming in. Do I need a hardware? Okay, so typically you will be learning. Can you know which microcontroller you use so far? Can I get some responses? Which microcontroller? 8051, Arduino, STM32. Then we have people are telling Atmega. Then pick some of you are telling Arduino, Raspberry Pi, AVR, right? Many of you used different controllers, right? So here, what you are going to do, you are going to use a simulator. So let me quickly show you. Let me come out of this slide for a minute and show you what you'll be using in this particular internship. Give me a minute, because many of you asked me that question. In this further detail, Mubin will explain you further. So let me quickly go here and type this particular thing called Pixim Lab. If you see this, this is nothing but a simulator which you will be using. So you don't need to buy any board. You need to install this particular simulator in your laptop or in your PC, right? Do not worry, even right from installation, everything will be start from the basics. You don't need to worry, how do I install and all. Our mentors will take through a step-by-step process. So this is you can see when you run this particular simulator, how the thing will look like. This will exactly look like a board. Whatever the experiments, whatever the interfaces, or even for that matter, the project that you are going to build, you can completely build using this particular simulator. Okay, so in terms of your learning, whether you're learning in a simulator or you're learning in the real hardware, it is going to remain the same. So you don't need to worry, you don't need to buy, okay? Because buying, connecting, it will make things much more complicated, right? This is one thing. Second thing, in case if you wanted to check out how your project will build, so you can just go to YouTube. I think some of you might have seen this. Let me just quickly show how the final project will look like. You can just say Emertxe Internship and see many students would have implemented a project. Let me just see this. Okay, show you quickly how it looks. You can listen to the thing later. You can see there in the video where they're controlling a peripheral. You can see the fan is getting rotated. You can see the LCD which is displaying the timer. There's a menu that is getting displayed there, right? And there's a buttons and the switches which are getting controlled, right? So it goes on and on. So you can just go through these videos later. Just and you can see you can set the timer using the keypad that is given. Okay, just search for Emertxe Internships in internship in YouTube. You will find all the what do you call the projects that are built and demonstrated by our past students. Okay, so to answer your question, you don't need to buy a hardware, and by the end of this internship, you will be in a position to demonstrate this particular working project. Okay, a complete. So you learn about SDLC, learn C programming, learn microcontroller programming, implement them using the simulator, and in that process itself you are implementing the project, and by the end of that particular internship you will have the complete project working, right? Then we'll also do a workshops in between where we'll be teaching you how to build a resume, how this industry trends are, where the job is going to come from in the future, thanks to a lot of changes that is happening. For example, electric vehicles are going to change things. And then, by the way, guys, tomorrow there is a webinar that we are hosting on electric vehicles. Are you aware of that? Are you aware of a tomorrow's webinar? Okay, some of you say no, some of you say yes. Okay, no worries. Let me just some of you are saying so, some of you are saying yes. Okay, no problem. So tomorrow we are having again another webinar. We called as a masterclass webinar. I'll just show you a link where you can register. So we'll be doing those type of activities also, right? Let me share the details. Give me a few minutes, right, so that you can register also, right? So this is what we are going to do in the internship, and then finally, of course, you will be given certificate. Okay, but let me make it clear: certificate will be provided for students who complete their project and submit their project output. You saw the videos in the YouTube. Those are all the students who completed the project, submitted the project, and our mentors evaluate the project. Then only you will be awarded with a completion certificate. All of you would have got the offer letters by now. Okay, can I confirm all of you got your offer letters? Yes, no? Offer letters are reached, no? Okay, some of you are saying no. In case if you're not got, just I'll also show you how to reach out to our team. They will, maybe you're not checked it, just search for our name, and one point, couple of things I want to clarify here. One, in the offer letter, right, there is a chance that your name might not have mentioned correctly, or your college name might not have mentioned correctly. Okay, because as we process so many offer letters, right, because you did not mention certain information properly, or there has been some mistake in the data processing, right, there is a chance that your name or offer or your college name might have been mentioned incorrectly. My request to all of you is don't worry about it. Okay, you don't need to worry about that. Do not come back and ask, change the name, change my initial, change the college name. We will not be able to do that. Okay, but what is more important to you is a certificate that you get in the end. Okay, so let me show you how your final certificate will look like, where our team will again get in touch with you. They will take down your exact name and your college name. We will take care of that. Okay, so your offer letter is just to give a notice that okay, you are being selected. So you don't need to worry about it. Your name is not proper, and with that, in that also we clearly mention, you getting this offer letter does not mean anything. You have been selected, that's all. But your real certificate will come only when you actually select this particular complete the project and then submit that. Okay, so that's about the certificate. So let me quickly check the certificate. It should be there. Give me a minute. Let me unshare my screen for a minute. I did show that in our pre-internship talk, but still, let me. Give me a minute. So hope you're able to see my screen now. So this is how our final certificate will look like. Okay. So this is the important thing. Do not worry. This will be taken care. We will, in case here there is a mistake, we will correct it and give it to you. Okay. Offer letter is just a notice that you got selected. That's all. You don't need to take it too bothered about. Some will say some space is missing in my offer letter and all. Even though we use tools to generate, but sometimes, sorry, there could be some minor manual errors or some data processing errors. So do not bother too much about it, right? And the certificate is what more important to you, the closure certificate. Okay, all right. Okay, so let me see. Okay, let me cover some of the benefits what you will be getting in this particular internship before I start taking question and then hand it over to Mubin. So what are the benefits you are going to get from this internship? Basically you will get an idea about opening your career towards the core industry. As I told you, will be building projects. Okay, and you will be learning about these workshops, which we call as a Disha workshops, where you will learn about how to build a resume, etc. And finally you'll get a certificate. Okay, And throughout the internship, you will be conducted with various quizzes. For example, technically you will be going through I think 4 quizzes, and in Disha we'll conduct 2 quizzes. You will be participants. We request all of you to participate there, and people who score high in the quizzes, you will be getting goodies. Our team will reach out to you and then they'll shipping you goodies. Unfortunately, for international students, will not be able to ship, right? People who are in India, our team will reach out to you and then they will ship you some goodies. Okay. So this is largely, I would say, a first level of information, and that what I wanted to share. So next slide onwards, I'll hand it over to Mubin. So in the meantime, let me quickly see whether I can take some questions. I know a lot of questions. We'll try to answer as many students as possible. Right? There's a question from Vidyashree. She's asking, is it useful for computer science branch students also? Of course, yes, Vidyashree. Whatever you are learning here, because I don't know, in India we have this thing saying that computer science shouldn't do this, and electronics students should do embedded system. Nothing like that. You are going to learn programming, you are going to learn core skills, so definitely it will be coming to you, right? Satrat, your message is flooding my window. Let me answer your question. Okay, so in case if you type your question, it is not answered, so please don't retype it once again. It is only Giridhar, please hold on, right? That means it is flooding my window. I'm not able to read other people's questions, so please have patience, right? I'll answer your questions. So, so the other next question is from Sakshi. She's asking how to get access to recorded videos. We'll give something called Learning Management System, or LMS, right? Where Mubin will talk about it. You can log in. So all the sessions, including our every class, will be part of recorded session will be given to you, right? And there's a question many of you are asking, sir, I'm new to programming. Things will be taught from the scratch, etc. Right? Everything will be starting from the scratch. You don't need to know anything. Whatever the learning that you have, that is fine, right? Okay. So our internship will be starting everything from the scratch. Okay. Then there is a question from Mohammed Ibrahim. I think he's also flooding with the same questions. How to submit our projects? Our mentors will let you know. You need to submit as a part of our LMS. You need to upload your video and certain presentation documents there, so that the mentors will get it and they will evaluate you. It will be told to you by our team of mentors, right? Okay. So then there's a question saying, so many questions. Okay, let me try to answer as many as possible. Then okay, I think it's still flooding. So how will you provide the project and how will you examine as Prem? So Prem, as I told, the project will be given from the beginning, and then you will be building various pieces of the projects, and you can just look into the video which I shared, right, where our student will build the project, and then in the final you need to submit the source code or the output. You need to submit in our tool. Our mentors will evaluate. Okay. If you not got the offer letter, I'll tell you how to reach out to our team. We have Miss Neha, who looks into our university relations and internships. In case if you not got, you check your mailbox, it should have reached. Okay. And then if you still not got it, we can resend it. Okay. So PPT after this session, every day, whatever the content that is getting covered, it will be shared. Okay. Mubin will explain further. Today's video also we will be sharing you. Okay, so no need to worry. Okay. So will there be any guidance given by our mentors for the project? Yes, Mubin will further talk about it, how the projects get executed, right? Then there is a question about, sir, if we can't submit a project, means we didn't get certificate, says Tava Prakash. Yes, if you don't submit the project, you will not get certificate. Then there is no difference between us and so many other internship providers, right? We are very much serious about it. If you just come and think that, hey, I'll just do something and then I'll get certificate, you are not going to. Okay, you have to submit and our mentors will evaluate. Because even though there's a question, right, and people are still asking, is it really free? Right? It is absolutely free, but we want this to be serious, right? We just in India, what is the mindset? Something comes for free means we don't value, right? That's unfortunately the mindset, right? But we are very, very serious about that. So we ensure that you need to submit your projects. Without project, you will not be given the certificate. You need to submit that, right? So if you miss 2 or 3 classes because of semester exams, will it affect, right? So I would say not. We don't encourage it. That's why we kept the internship from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. I know you have semester exams. It is clashing with the semester exams and things like that. But I would tell what, if you're really interested to do it, you will be able to take 2 hours of time. Okay, because 95% of the time people tell excuses. If you're really committed, you will be able to take 2 hours of this time in spite of you having examinations, and then you will be able to do that one. Okay, so in case if you miss few classes, right, okay, it should be okay, but you should be able to watch the videos and then make it up. That's why we give the recorded video, and the recorded videos will be uploaded pretty much on the next day. Suppose today 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. next day it will be uploaded, or in some cases it will take 1 more day's time. Maximum in a 2 days window, the video will be uploaded so that you can watch it from your on the LMS, or learning management system. Okay. So then there is a question about there's a question from Ansh, from where to download Pixim Lab software. Don't worry, Ansh, our mentors will start from the scratch. In fact, there will be sessions conducted on how to download, how to install, how to. There is one more we call it as an IDE, Integrated Development Environment. It's called MP Lab, where you will be given the source code, right? So in that also you need to install. So everything our mentors will go through, take you through. You don't need to do anything on your own. Just follow what mentors are telling. You will be able to have a wonderful project working by the end of this particular internship. Okay. So the internship period, it is for 4 weeks, but generally it may take sometimes more time. Sometimes it takes about 5.5 weeks, right? We will be kickstarting our technical orientation from Monday. Mubin will talk further about it. Okay, but that's just a brief of it, right? Okay, how to contact mentors, how to take support, how to take guidance. Hang on for some time. Mubin will clarify for that, right? Then there's a question: will I be able to apply for placements, or can I get into a job if I go through this internship? No, this particular internship does not come with any placement support. Okay. Yes, we'll give you a project, we'll make you build a resume, we'll also give you some workshops, including tomorrow's webinar, right? You'll get ample amount of knowledge and skill, right? But we will not support you with the placements. It's very clear. If you want a placement to us, you need to join. We run a paid programs, which is a 6 months program. Whether that program is also run both online or offline. If you're interested to get into that, you can get in touch with our team. They will help you. Okay. So there is also a question about when will I get uploaded or recorded videos? As I told, every day you will get it. Okay. By the way, all our sessions are live sessions. Okay. So like how we are attending the session today, from Monday onwards, every session will be live. Okay. After the session, we will record the same. Like today, right? I'm talking and this session is getting recorded. After that, will be given. Right. The same thing, it will be there. Right. Vinisha, your questions are flooding me. Right. Will you share the PPT after the session? Yes, I will send this particular video itself where you can see the PPT also. Okay, I think you're flooding my screen. Okay. Then there's a question from Amruta. She's telling, I'm not good in coding. Coding will be taught? Yes, that's correct. As I already told you, both the C programming and the microcontroller programming, everything will be starting from the scratch. My request to all of you is that just follow what the mentors are telling, right? Is there any due date for the project? Yes, our mentors will give you a deadline. They will announce it towards the end of the internship. They will tell you by so and so date you need to submit. So you need to submit before that, right? How the attendance will be recorded? Our tool, the tool which you're attending today, will give you a very clear idea about attendance. Don't worry about that. It'll give you how many hours it is you are attending. In fact, it is also telling me how many of you are actively attending. As of now, it is showing about 82%. 82% of you are actively listening. Other people are putting in mute and probably like in an online class, right? You are just laying back, right? It is even showing that all the data will be taken from our tools, right? The tools giving you wonderful insight. So we'll be using that. Okay. Okay, Davanesh, yes, there won't be any guidance about the company's placements. I think I already clarified. Okay, Davanesh, I think you're again flooding my this thing, right? Flooding my screen. Vivekananda is asking, sir, if I completely agree with you, thought if one has interest, you will make time. I'm ready to risk with my academics in exchange of this internship. All I know to note is the percentage of a senior. What is the percentage of a senior who got projects completed, okay, and took the certificate? Absolutely, right? Because many times, right, I would say most of the times we get people who coming and telling me, I cannot take 2 hours of time, right? I have semester exam, this I have that. I would say, we don't buy into that. It's all excuses, right? If you're really interested, if you're committed, 2 hours a day, that was 7 to 9 p.m. It's something like a evening kind of hangout time with your friends. You dedicate that for the next 4 to 6 weeks, you'll have a wonderful project, right? As your senior might have told you, if you're not doing, we'll not give you. That's very clear. Okay. No two ways about it, right? We are very strict about the submissions. Okay. Then, so there is a question from Arvind says, please answer my question. We didn't receive after letter, what to do, right? I'll tell you, give me some time. There's a way you can get in touch with us. We will, we'll check. It should have reached you. If not, we can resend the offer letter. That should not be an issue, right? So every day you need to spend 2 hours, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Ibrahim asking how many hours you need to spend. So, okay, sir, I will arrange 2 hours, says Lingaraj, right? That's the spirit, Lingaraj. I am really happy. Okay. So how many hours will be given after the internship completion? I think you're talking about the, what you call the access to the materials. So as of now, we don't have, we give, even the past 4 or 5 batches, we not removed the access. There's still access to the materials, right? Whatever the LMS. In case we remove, we let you know. As of now, we did not plan. But of course, the server load is increasing day by day. In case we wanted to remove it, we will let you know so that you can download, or we'll give some arrangement so that you can keep a local repository, after which you can remove your login, right? Can I watch only recorded videos and submit everything on time? Yes, that's possible, Apeksha. Okay. If you're not able to do it, you can attend offline videos. But for us, the project submission is the most important thing. Okay. And believe me, that project submission, you cannot do it if you're not following it, because it's a hands-on. It's all coding, it's all programming using simulators, right? It's not like a college, hey, you say, hey, Macha, give me your notes, I'll copy and then I'll clear. No, it's not going to work. It's completely hands-on, it's completely practical. So please ensure that you don't miss any. In case you miss, please check out your recorded sessions, right? So there's a question, is it possible to extend a deadline with the proper reason? No. See, already we are talking about excuses, right? Okay, day one itself we talk about, can you extend the deadline? Deadlines will not be extended. Whatever the timeline we stick to it. Okay. Okay. So how many days per week? Again, it's for 5 days a week. Okay, Monday to Friday. Saturdays and Sundays are off. Okay. How to see the recorded video will explain Shaktivel. Okay. 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 How the doubts will be cleared? Again, Mubin will explain that. Okay. All right. I think a lot of technical. Just pause here, because I want to hand it over to Mubin. But before that, let me share you tomorrow's webinar in case some of you said you are not aware. Let me give me a minute. Let me go offline and show you. It was all there in our social media. In case if you're not following us, let me. Give me a minute. Let me. So my screen is visible now. This is our tomorrow's webinar. Again, this is nothing to do with internship. This is what we call masterclass webinar, where we are inviting seasoned industry veterans to come and talk about topics which are about the core. So tomorrow it will be same time, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. It's called masterclass webinar, which is open for our students, past interns, you guys, right? Even if you feel some of your friends can join, registrations are still happening. It will be delivered by Dr. C.P. Ravi Kumar, who is a director of technical director of talent development at Texas Instruments India. He's a very seasoned guy, seasoned veteran, you can see, right? He's been very popular in speaking with all the conferences. So the registration link is there in the thing, or in case if you are in LinkedIn, just go and look up for this particular post, just search in our name, and then they would have put the registration link there itself. You can see there is a registration link. Okay, you can go there and then put your details, and you will get it, right. Okay, so that's about the tomorrow's webinar. Hope some of you can make it. Okay, so with that, I would like to hand it over to Mubin to talk more about the technical details. Even though Mubin has one slide, but it's got a lot of details about how the internship is going to get executed. Mubin, are you there?
Yes, Dave, I can.
Okay, let me just put up your slide. Yeah, go ahead, Mubin.
Sure. Good evening, everyone. I'm Mubin, and I work as a technology head at Emertxe Information Technologies. So a warm welcome to you all for this internship cohort program. So I will share briefly as to what the internship program schedule is going to look like and important factors. And on Monday, we'll have a detailed discussion about the internship workflow and things you will be doing and what you can expect, as well as the expectation from your side as well. All right. So regarding internship, as already mentioned, this is a 1-month program, and the schedule looks something like this. We'll have sessions every day on the weekdays, 5 days a week, Monday to Friday, and the session is planned between 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. India time. So hope everybody will be able to attend this session live. And the duration of each session is about 2 hours. So some of the our mentors also requested that can we extend it. So we don't want to extend it beyond 2 hours because we see that as more people are joining, they have a lot of doubts, etc. So we'll try to stick to the 2-hour deadline. Sometimes we'll get extended as well beyond the time prescribed. So important thing for this internship is that you should try to attend the sessions daily so that you don't miss out on the discussions and the topics which we're going to cover. If in case you're not able to attend those sessions, you can watch the recorded videos before you continue with the next day's session. So attendance is very important so that you don't miss out on the topics and the project workflow, etc. So all these sessions will be hosted through GoToWebinar, like how you attended today's sessions. You can continue to attend the remaining sessions. You'll also get reminders in your email so that you can attend those sessions just by clicking on the link. Yeah, you can watch it on your preferably it's you can watch it on your desktop or your laptop so that you can have a complete view of the screen, because you will have sessions wherein you'll be writing code along with the mentor so that you can follow the mentor. It will be good if you can watch it on the desktop as well. As such, it's not preferred to watch on mobile unless you are in a situation where you're not able to attend it from your laptop. So apart from attending regular sessions through GoToWebinar, what we'll do is we'll give you access to a learning management system. It's nothing but a web portal wherein you'll get access to resources. So when I say resources, a few resources will be in the form of slides or code which you can access. And you'll also get access to the recorded sessions for which the links will be uploaded to the learning management portal. So learning management portal is kind of a website wherein you get all information related to the internship. So any content you want to access, for example, the slides or access to how to install the programs, links, etc., will be shared in the LMS. So all technical queries will be accessible in the LMS from maybe Monday onwards. You can log into the LMS and you can try to access the course which will host the internship. So other important thing which you will find in LMS is the discussion forum. So we understand that many of you are new to programming and many of you are new to microcontroller based application development. So we'll have a lot of queries. So questions you can ask to the mentor during the live web sessions. But in case you have more queries while you're practicing, etc., you can definitely ask those questions and post your queries in the discussion forum. The discussion forum is available throughout the day, 24/7. You can try to post your questions. So we also encourage peers as well as your batchmates to support in answering those queries. So it will be very helpful for people to post their queries and answer them. It will show like how much you understood, and you'll definitely try to basically answer the queries as soon as possible. So multiple mentors will be allocated for your internship cohort program, wherein they will try to answer as and when basically the questions are asked. And point number 5, we just want to emphasize that since this is a program wherein many of you will not have a background information, so feel free to ask any questions. We will be there to help support you in basically helping your questions answered. So as part of this internship, initial 1 week will be a program based upon like brushing up your C programming skills. So this program will be a brush up session for maybe a week's time. So you'll have to maybe learn C programming to a decent extent or at an intermediate level so that you can get started with the project. For those who don't have any background in programming, we'll try to give a refresher session for 1 week as well as introduce you to the important constructs of C programming, and you'll get hands-on experience in getting started with the basic C programming, C programs as well. So the question what many people ask is, okay, how come basically we are able to complete a project in 4 weeks, right? So we understand this, and it's pretty challenging for anyone to complete a project in 4 weeks without prior knowledge. So our approach is more of a approach wherein we build the foundations and we build the project unit by unit by using a mechanism called as a code-along mechanism. So we have a fixed schedule for the project implementation. So project will be shared with you in the coming weeks, maybe after the C program module is completed, which is the first week, and the second week we'll start with the project. So in this project, we will try to cover up important peripherals which is available in the simulator, and we'll try to build the project unit by unit. So we'll get a hands-on experience in building the application from scratch, and more importantly, you'll learn how to build it unit by unit, typically how it's done in an industry way. So more on this we'll discuss on Monday's session, wherein we'll have a detailed discussion. So project will be implemented for a duration of 4 weeks, and the mentor will guide you from the initial session like requirements to the design, the coding, etc. Apart from the project, you will have weekly evaluation or quiz, which will be given to you regularly so that we can evaluate you in terms of your understanding level of the concept which has been taught. So this is more of evaluation which we conduct based upon the topics which has been covered in the internship program. Video based presentation and demo. So as many of you checked with us, like what is the final criteria for you to get the certificate, right? It's not just about attending the sessions. It's important that you attend the sessions and try to complete the code as and when the mentor explains the topics. So at the end of the internship program, you will have to submit a PPT presentation which will summarize what you learned and what you did in the 1-month internship program. So it's important that you try to put across things in a very concise manner, and you have to cover up like what you learned as part of the internship program and what you did as part of the internship program. Apart from submitting a slide or a PPT, you'll also have to submit the project presentation in the form of a demo. So you can submit a video-based demo showcasing what you learned. You can use the PPT which you created as a reference and talk about the learnings, as well as finally present a demo of the working project. So these two things are important. You have to present the slide as well as the video demonstrating what you learned and the project demonstration as well. So if you submit these two things, we will send you the certificate once everybody completes the project in the given deadline. Apart from this, if you are interested to work on other projects, we can share you some project ideas apart from the project which you will be doing as part of the internship. So this will help you in building further skills and enhancing your resume as well. So this is a summary about your internship program. Over to you, Jay. You're not audible, Jay.
Mubin, there are set of questions have come. I'll just quickly go through if you can answer some of them.
Okay.
One second. And there's a question asking, is LMS is an app in Android?
It's a web-based portal. It's like a website. You can consider it to be. You will be given a username, password, and you can log into that. I think most of you have already taken up the internship screening test, right? So you can log in using the same username and password, and you will get access to the course. It is nothing but a web-based portal. So those who have taken the internship test, you can log in using the same username, password. You will see a new course, which will be your internship course. I think everybody can try, maybe after this session, you can try to access the portal.
Okay. Okay. Mubin, there's a question about can they do the project in teams, or is it an individual project? Many students are asking questions.
You can form a group of 3 to 4 members, and you can complete the project as a team, and you can submit the project presentation as well as demo as a team.
Okay. Then there's a question about will we be learning Linux also?
This is more of a microcontroller based project. The focus is on developing an application for a microcontroller like PIC microcontroller. So we are not going to use an OS to build the application. It's a non-OS based application. So Linux will not be used here to build the application as such.
Okay. Then there's a question from is it compulsory to attend tomorrow's webinar for this? I think people got confused. So tomorrow's internship is entirely different. It is just an open webinar. Since some of you, since you're talking in the context of engineers who wanted to build their career, I shared, and some of you are asking me to share the link in the chat instead of social media. I'll do that. In the meantime, let us take some more questions for Mubin. One second. Again, there is a question about can they use the mobile phone. So Mubin said no, you need to use your laptop because it will involve coding, right? Okay, then there's a question from projects, how they will be doing. And there's a question from Amir, sir, whether we should log in to GoToWebinar, but the registered email in this is in Microsoft account, but GoToWebinar doesn't support Microsoft account. Please reply. I don't know why Microsoft account doesn't support. Any email ID you should be able to register, and then you should be logging. Now that you're attending this, itself shows that you are able to log in. And every day you need to use the same link, right? There is no different link. Only for tomorrow's webinar, the separate item, we will be having a separate thing, right? But as such, on a daily basis, 7 to 9 p.m., we are going to use the same link, right? Okay. So can you share the LMS link? Okay, anyways, we'll share you. Don't worry. It's called. We'll share you. Probably we'll send an email, right? Then there's a question about will you create any WhatsApp group for students? Do we do that, Mubin?
Now, WhatsApp group we don't create. As I mentioned, that you will be given access to learning management system, and any questions, technical questions related to the internship, you can post in the discussion forum. Okay, so you can use the discussion forum to post the questions.
Okay, so let me see if we can get some more questions. So Mubin, you want to touch upon the evaluation? I think you already spoke about it. Still want to touch upon?
Yeah, internship evaluation. Yeah, so as already highlighted, we expect everyone to attend the sessions on a daily basis, except in cases wherein you have other like important commitments and you're not able to attend the session, like you have your exams, etc. going on. But make sure that you attend your sessions whenever possible, and you can watch recorded videos if you're not able to attend. Second thing is participating in quizzes. So we'll have like quizzes which are scheduled based upon the topics, which is mostly MCQ questions. You can try to basically make sure that you attend the quizzes whenever it's scheduled. And the third thing is about the project submission. As I mentioned, so you have to submit a project presentation as well as a video-based project presentation at the end of the internship. So once the internship completes after like 4 to 5 weeks, you will be given a window wherein you have to submit the project within that window. So, and after you submit the project, we will review those project document as well as the demo, and based upon that, we'll award the certificate. That's about the internship evaluation.
Okay, so then there's a question about, sir, will you provide a roadmap to proceed further skills, in embedded after the internship? It's a question from Devansh. Yes, Devansh, we do conduct some workshop, as I mentioned, in the end of the internship, where we'll talk about how to build a career, because we don't want this internship to be something where you do and forget. We want you to further build on it, right? So we'll give you some guidelines about how you can continue to learn, obtain new skills, build more projects, and make your embedded portfolio much more stronger. So we will be sharing you some input, some tips, some resources when you do the workshop towards the end of the internship, right? Then there is a question about is there any if you have some trouble in completing the project, what should they do, Mubin?
Yeah,
some difficulty.
I understand that. That is the reason the mode of delivery is in such a way that the project code will be implemented by the mentor, okay, on a daily basis. You have to ensure that you just attend those sessions, and if you miss the sessions, you attend the basically recorded videos. So everything will be implemented step by step by the mentor. You just have to make sure that you are like sincerely watching the videos and attending the sessions. And as and when the topics are completed on a daily basis, the same thing you have to try on your system. So that's what is required for you to complete the project. And whoever can do that will be definitely able to complete the project.
And there's a question from Bharat Reddy. He says, sir, I am the only student from my college who got the internship. How do I form a team, or how do I create a team?
It's not necessary for you to form a team. So most of the people who take up the internship program, they join, they try to do it on their own. So that will give you more like confidence, and you will be able to definitely complete the project on your own. It's not necessary for you to form a team as such.
Okay. And other thing, Mubin, students are asking is, do they need to send something like a daily report or a weekly report or something?
It's not necessary to do that. As I told you, important thing is to attend the sessions regularly. And when quizzes are scheduled, you have to complete the quizzes. At the end of the basically project, you have to make sure that you submit the project presentation and the demo. Now, it's important that you show daily progress we may not be able to check your status because we have like a large number of interns as part of this cohort. It will be difficult for us to check the status of your project. You have to basically carry on along with the mentor. That's what we would recommend. In case you find any difficulties, you're always welcome to ask questions.
And they're asking about, sir, can you brief me about the quiz? How do I take the quiz?
I think on Monday session, we can talk about more on this. Like it's going to be an MCQ based quiz and multiple choice question. So you have to make sure that you attend the sessions regularly and try to basically revise those topics if required and take the quiz. And it's going to be a simple multiple choice or fill in the blanks type questions, which will test your understanding of the concepts. You'll have to log into the learning management system to take up the quiz.
Okay. And again, many of you are asking about access to the LMS. It will be provided to you. Already you have the login. Anyways, in the Monday, it will be a technical orientation, right? Mubin will go through much more detail about that LMS, how to access, etc. You can further get it clarified, right? Absolutely not a problem. So the LMS login will be shared to you. Okay. And there's a question from, so is the next class is from Monday? Yes, that's correct. In the internship, your next session will be from Monday, right? Okay. And there's a question, I am from biomedical student, would it be useful? Definitely it will be useful. Anyway, biomedical and electronics have got almost all the subjects remains common, right? Then there's a question on project. Are the project will be given by you or should we choose the name? Like that. So there are many projects. How do we choose? There's a question from Naveen. How do they choose that project topic, Mubin?
So this internship program, we are not like giving you a choice of choosing the project topic. We will choose a project and we'll share the project topic to you, and the project requirements, the design and implementation will be done in a fashion wherein it's going to be implemented by the mentor. So we're not going to like give a topic wherein you have to do some research and complete the project on your own, wherein many people will face different challenges, and since you are beginners, it will be difficult for you to complete the projects. So other than that, what you've done is we'll choose a project and we'll implement the project as part of this 1 month program live. When you are basically your 1 week of C programming is completed, we'll implement the project live from the second week of the internship program. After that, if you're interested, we can share some project ideas. You can do it on your own, which will be your second project.
And then I'm seeing a lot of questions coming from students. They're asking, sir, can I share this offer letter to my college or the project what I'm doing in this internship? Can it be submitted as a mini project in the college? And if my college asks for a external guide, and do you give any certificates apart from this? And there are questions saying that can you give letter of recommendation, etc., etc. Right? There are a lot of questions about the college oriented. The answer is yes. You can use this offer letter, submit your college, whatever. Sorry, guys, it is getting disconnected frequently. I don't know why today. So yes, you can share it to your college. In fact, in the last internship, as some of the students, when they submitted our certificate after the completion of the internship, when they submitted the project to the college professors also reached out to us saying that have they really completed, or can you give a marks based on how they completion? We give that particular documentation. No worries. As long as you do the project as a part of our internship, whatever your college professors can reach out to us, we'll tell you how to reach out to us so that you can contact us. We'll give you whatever document is required. We will provide you whatever your college requires. Regarding LORs, we will see. We'll see how active you are, how well you performed in your classes, and how well you completed the project. If you feel that you're done well and you are planning to apply for your higher studies, and if you want a letter of recommendation, we can provide that also. In summary, I'm telling you all the documents, whatever the college requires or your higher studies required, we will be able to give you, provided you work for it, right? You don't come and, some student recently reached out to us saying that, sir, I did not complete the project. Can you give us a certificate? Can you give me this? Can you give me that? We will not be able to give you. But if you complete it, whatever you need, definitely we'll be able to support you. Okay. Then coming to the certificates, is it a soft copy or hard copy? Everything is soft copy. There won't be any hard copies given. It's very well, whatever I showed you in the screen, everything will be soft copy. If you need, you can take a printout and show it to whomever you want to, right? So how do we contact the mentors? Movin has already clarified. You can contact via the forum in the LMS. Subsequently, Monday, he will talk further about it, right? And some of you are telling how to, I did not get the offer letter. We will let you know how to raise your issue. Give me some time, okay? Then, yeah, I think, then there's a question, Pixum lab is not available in Mac OS. Yes, Mohit, we'll see, Mohit, how do we resolve that later? Probably, you can discuss with mentors and see how do we resolve that. Okay. How to contact you in any time? Okay, Mohammed is asking again via forum, right? Okay. And we also have a Google group. Some of you are already added. Google gives, I think, 100 users per day we are adding. So it will take some time. All of you will be added to the Google groups. So any announcements, any mails we'll be sending, we'll using that also. Along with the LMS, we'll also be using the, what do you call, the Google group, right? If you create any group, it is better like Telegram. We'll try to do that, but managing becomes very difficult. As Mubin said, we have a lot of students, around 1,500 people plus are there. So it becomes very hard to manage, right? Okay. All right. I think pretty much we answered all the questions. In case if your questions are not answered, please hold on. In a Monday session, Mubin will be taking you again about the technical orientation. You can still get an answer. In the interest of time, maybe I need to skip to the other slide. Okay. So we are kind of almost moving towards the end of the thing. As I mentioned, along with the technical sessions, towards the end of the internship, we'll also be conducting some workshops, which will give you orientation about your career. For example, we'll be doing predominantly two workshops. One is about the building careers in embedded and IoT, where are the jobs are heading and how the career you can build in the future. What are the skills you should have, and how you need to keep building skills even after this particular internship. We'll talk about it. And we'll be doing a resume preparation workshop where we'll be teaching you how to write an impressive resume. As I told, 95% of the students, 95% of the time, 95% of the information what they mention in the resume is not required. So how to make it impressive, what you need to mention so that it becomes very much impressive for a recruiter or a recruiting company from a core industry. We'll be going through that, and we'll touch upon some aspects about interview facing as well. So those we called as a Disha workshop. Disha, yes, it's like a direction. So that's more of a career building. Predominantly, I'll be meeting you probably in the once you're done with the technical sessions, I'll be meeting you towards the end of the session, right? So that's what is about the Disha workshops. So some of the FAQs we already answered. Let me just go through it once again. Is the internship comes with placements? We said no, it does not come with placements. Okay. How do I get hardware exposure? It's about through the simulator, the Pixum Lab simulator. And what resources are provided? We provide LMS, technical resource library, and then the Google groups through which you can connect, you can share, you can learn. Will I get a certificate just because I am selected? No, we clarified multiple times. You need to submit the project. Can I submit this internship to my college? Yes, very well, you can do it. Okay. Let me go through some more questions. I'm having clash with my college timings. Can I attend the session in some other time? Will not be able to change the timings. It will remain 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. In case if you miss, which you don't recommend, in case you miss, you need to make it up with the recorded sessions. So, okay, suppose I miss a class, will I get recorded sessions? The answer is yes. Okay. Will I get internship offer letter? As I told, it's already been sent to you. In case if there are any issues, in the next slide I'll show you how to get in touch with us. Okay. Will I get internship completion certificate? Yes, you will get that as well. Okay. Now request you to take note of this, what is there in your screen. Primarily the email ID. While we try to respond all the phone calls, sometimes it gets flooded. There is a mail ID there. Please take a note. It is very simple to remember. univ_manager, right? University is a short form, right? univ_manager@emertxe.com, right? So that's a mail ID from where even your offer letter would have got sent already. In case some of you are having any issues about the offer letters, I did not get an offer letter, etc., please reach out to us. But don't come to us saying that my name is, my spelling is missing, my college name is wrong. As I already told you, we'll not be able to entertain that. Definitely we'll take care during the while issuing the certificate, right? Okay. So please write an email in case you did not get. We can check. It should have already reached you, but in case it is not sent, we can check in our system also. It should have been already mailed. Just search for univ_manager in your Gmail. In case it would have gone to spam or any other folder, it should not have. But because majority of you already got it, right? That way it should not be any issue, right? So that's about it. And Google Groups, as I told you, don't need to do anything. We are already adding you. As I told, about 1,500 plus students are here. Per day, I think we'll be adding 100 or 200 students. So it takes time, about 2 weeks time. Already people who are added, they will be already getting the list. And you can see already Mubin has put the link there, moodle.emertxegroup.com. Let me just okay, it's already there. It is coming in the window. Okay, you can just try that. You can already use the username and password which you already got for your written test, so that you will be able to log in into this particular learning management system. Okay, so that's about it. Okay, is there any questions? Are you able to get at least most of the questions clarified? Can I get some responses? Are you able to get a better idea? Okay, about internship, how it works? All clear, majority. If you still have questions, don't worry. Monday there is a technical, it will continue. Okay, you will still be able to get it. You will be able to clarify further question, right? Okay, further queries, Mubin will be able to do it. This session, yes, this session is also getting recorded. We'll be sharing you. Okay, for Google Group, do we need to install any app? No, it's again a web. You'll be able to use your Gmail itself, right? Weekdays only internship, yes, only for 5 days, right? If you guys want, you can create a separate group for yourself. In LMS, you go, you put your numbers, you can create it. Okay. So that's about it. Is there any questions? People are asking about placement assistance. No, we will not give placement assistance for internship. I think I already clarified. Okay. Is it clear, guys? Is any questions? Are you able to get? I know there will be still some questions. I hope majority of them will answer. There's a question from Muskan. Sir, is it beneficial for electrical engineering? Of course, it will be beneficial for you as well. Okay. Okay. Recorded video will be in Google Classroom. No. Okay. I think let me show you the LMS, because a lot of questions coming about LMS. Let me access it and show you guys. So this is the URL you can see in my screen. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. I'm having some issue here. Are you able to see my Moodle screen, guys? There's some issue again in my app. Hey, sorry guys. I mean, the audio is getting frequently disconnected. I don't know, today it's troubling me a lot. Okay. So this is a login, as you can see. You can just go there and then put your username and password, which you already got for your written test. You will be able to access the LMS. This is LMS, right? It's just a web-based application, right? And then for all the sessions, use the same link. That's a question from Gaurang. Okay. The same link, you need to log in from Monday. Okay. That's a plan. Okay, so let me just go to the next slide. So what next? Oh, I think I put wrongly. This from Monday, 14 February. Sorry, my slide says it is November. Maybe it's a typo there. Okay, so let me go back. So Monday, 7 p.m. You can join in the same link and then start with your technical orientation. Okay, so it's Monday. No, not November. It's February, right? There's a small typo there. Okay, so you can log in and then subsequently get into the sessions, right? So Google Group, I'm still telling, like, when I click the Google Group, it shows content unavailable. You will be sent a request. Give us some time. 100 we are adding. You will not be able to join, right? 100 you will be. We are adding from the backend. It will take some time. Okay, our team will take care of making you join, right? Okay. No attendance today, right? Today no attendance. From your real technical session onwards, it will be there. Okay. My LMS is showing every quiz, assignment, etc. is expired because it's a written test, right? Written test is already expired because you already taken the test. We'll be adding you more content, more courses where you'll be able to access the content. So once you start attending the technical sessions, they will be adding more contents into it. Okay, so allow us some time. You'll be able to log in now. You'll be able to see only the test there, which will also show expired. That's fine because test is already over, right? You all got selected from that. Okay, so that's the idea. Okay. Okay. Then there is a question from. Okay, I can already see some content in LMS, says Rohit. Yes, that's correct. You can go through that. Okay. So February 4th to how many days, right? It's for 4 weeks, right? As I already told. Maybe sometimes it get extended by another week or so. Okay. That's the thing. When will you declare the mentor list? Mentors are already assigned. They'll be meeting you. As I told, Monday session will be taken by Movie. I think he will plan another 1 or 2 sessions. After that, you'll be, other mentors will be joining you. Moodle is LMS. That's correct. Moodle is one of the LMS. LMS is a general name. Moodle is a specific tool that we are using. Okay. Do we need to install any software before Monday? Says Rajalakshmi. No, you don't need to install anything. Okay, just come and attend the webinar. One by one, our mentors will teach you. You don't need to do anything. Whatever they tell, you follow. That's enough. Okay. So Mehak is asking Google Classroom link. I don't know why he's still hanging on to Google Classroom. You need to use Google Webinar, this GoToWebinar only. There is no Google Classroom there. Okay. And then there is a question about Pixim is available for Linux, Mac, and all. We'll clarify that as the session goes on. Okay. Okay. All right. I think that's it. I think still questions are coming in, but I think in the interest of time, we will pause. Right, we're almost still, there are a lot of questions about project deadline, how the mentors are assigned, and all. Please give us some time. In the next session, Mubin will clarify further queries technically, and then subsequently you can do. Yes, same day, same link. Monday, please log in using the same link. Okay. All right. Okay. So that's it. Guys, what next? That's what we said. And this is our coordinate in case if you are in Bangalore. We are based out of MG Road. In case if you wanted to just walk in and want to meet us physically. Of course, we are hosting this call from home because it's late in the evening. We are very much working. Okay, and then you can join in. It is not 14 November, 14 February. I already clarified, right? It's just my typing mistake. I put the old dates, right? Okay. And Monday, 14th February, probably a good day to start on a Valentine's Day, right? Your Valentine coming in form of embedded system, right? So I can do that, and I still see a lot of questions about attendance, etc. We'll clarify, okay, as we move forward. Okay. So can I get some feedback? How did you find the session today? How are you finding the session? Are you guys getting enough information? Inspiring, superb, great, superb, great, very good. Okay, good, enjoying, good to go. It was good, it was useful, fantastic, very nice, super amazing, informative. Okay, very well explained. I know still some questions are there, as I told, right? As you guys are taking, I didn't even listen to my online classes with this much concentration. Yeah, I think that itself is a very good compliment. This is not going to be like your class, right, where you will switch off and then mute, put your minutes. It's very much interactive, and as you get into more and more coding, right, it'll be all the more interactive. Excited to start. Great introduction, looking forward, eagerly waiting. It's good. I'm confused now. I'm getting a better idea. Very good presentation, nice experience. Eagerly waiting, good. Okay. So can I ask one request? Anyways, we ask in the end of the internship. Okay. If you guys can do it, let me also take a minute, and I will make one request. If you have just a minute time, just go to Google. Can you just rate us in Google if you have time? Just go to Google. You may not have time to write at length. That will anyways take it later. Just go to Emertxe, and there is a review section there. You can see there. If you just click on the review, you can write it. That's great. Or if you can just submit us some ratings, it would be of great help. Okay. So some of you are telling already done. Can you just submit some ratings for us in Google? If you're done, you can just say done. Some of you are already completing, I guess. Okay. All right. Sure, sir. Done. Some of you are saying done. You're done already. Great. Okay. Already done. Will surely do. Some of them saying done. Sure, sir. Already done. Okay. If you've done it already, great. Okay. If you're not done, maybe take a minute. Rate us so that we spread this awareness, and more folks will be able to reach out next time, right? Okay. So somebody's selling bestest free internship provider I have ever come across. Okay, done. Okay, and then people are telling, can we leave now? Yes, guys, I think we are done. Anyways, I think 8:45 now. I wish you all the best. So thank you very much for joining today's session. We look forward to have a very fruitful learning experience with us. Look forward, you will be able to have a project demonstrated, and we'll also do a lot of career building sessions so you get better awareness. And by the end of 1 month, right, next let's say March 15th, we all want to see you more confident, more skillful, and more happy, right? And enjoy the learning process. Don't see it as a pain. They don't see it as a opportunity to seek excuses. enjoy your learning. Our mentors will ensure that that happens. It's not going to be real boring classes, because some of you are already telling, right? It's not like our college boring classes, right? It's going to be really interactive, enjoyable, learn well, and I'm sure sky is the only limit for you guys as you move forward. Okay, so thank you very much for joining in. Okay, we'll see you. I'll be meeting you during the Disha workshops. Anyway, the coordinates are given. Mubin will start meeting you from Monday, and then once he completes, the mentors will take over, and then subsequently, you can get into the flow of internship. Okay, so thank you very much. International students, how are you finding this? Can I specifically get some feedback from international students? Are you finding it useful? I know a lot of Indian students have responded. Okay. Yeah, some of you are telling thanks for thank you. Great, very interesting, etc. etc. Very useful. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of international students also responding now. Okay. So thank you very much. Take care, stay safe. I think still the third wave is around. Don't roam around. Take care of yourself and your friends and family. And see you later. But Monday onwards, your session will start. Okay. Take care. Bye.